What is up, everyone? Korin O'Keefe, back yet again, and as the title implies, I'm bringing you another Collab death battle prediction. And yeah, folks, that's right. We have other badasses joining us again on the channel. We have RJ Versus back for the second time. Say what's up, bro.
Hello, everyone. RJ Versus here.
We have Captain Forrest Green himself.
Hey, what's up, guys? Captain Forrest.
We have Infinite the Jackal King.
What's up, everyone? Infinite Jackal King here. Thanks for having me here.
We got Gravity in the house.
Hey, everybody. It's Gravity here. Thanks for having me, Korin.
Heck yeah, bro. We got Corimbus in the crib.
What's up? Let's have a good time.
We got the B-Sage, CDH.
Yo, what's up?
And last but surely not least, we have Debater himself.
Yo, man, it's Debater, the maker of memes.
So, as I said at the beginning, the title implies that we're doing a collab death battle prediction. And yes, that includes Dr. Doom versus Lex Luthor. I'm going to let RJ Versus come in, talk about Dr. Doom. Debater's going to come in, talk a little bit about Lex Luthor. Forrest to come in, Gravity, and etc., etc. We'll just keep going from there. So without further ado, Alistair, let's do this.
Heck yeah. All right, so I'm going to go over a bit briefly a synopsis of Doom's power, speed, and abilities. But I will say that if you want a more in-depth look, I have a video coming out soon going pretty balls deep into this. So, be on the lookout for that. But shameless plug over. So, Doom obviously scales to people such as Hulk, who is able to... he scales to people such as Hulk, who is able to destroy the Nameless One's universe, and in his fight with Thor was able to... was threatening to lay waste to all of hell. And Doom, even a Doombot, is actually able to scale to Silver Surfer, who has actually fought the Hulk and has beaten him. And Silver Surfer also scales to people such as Thor. Thor being able to... excuse me. Thor being able to shake the foundations of hell, which is a fully formed complex universe in Yggdrasil, aka the World Tree. Doom has also fought a power cosmic version, like robotic replica of the Hulk, and beat it so bad he made it say its name twice, and has beaten the Green Scar, who is comparable to Hulk. And to go over a few more Hulk feats, actually, Hulk has been stated to be able to destroy 2 universes, or have the power of 2 universes, and has damaged Hyperion, who tanked 2 universes colliding on him and, just being destroyed. And Hulk has also fought Hercules and kept up with him. Hercules, who's held up the entire 616 reality and is shown to fight Thor as well. So pretty consistent scaling for, at the very least, uni plus to low multi. And in terms of speed, as I said before, you have Doom with just the Doombot being able to beat up Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer has multiple immeasurable speed feats. And characters like Thor and Hercules have been shown to be consistently above him. And Doom has been shown to be able to scale to them, seeing as he scales, far above Hulk, being able to pretty easily outclass him in terms of speed and power. And even if you don't want to go with the immeasurable speed for some reason, there are also infinite speed feats. So, which is basically just crossing an infinite distance in a finite amount of time. Thor does this when he hears a prayer from a planet all the way across the universe and arrives in moments. And of course, all these people would scale to him. And I also forgot to mention that Doom actually scales above Namor as well. Namor being able to consistently fight Hulk and even consistently beat Hulk. So, yeah, pretty good uni plus to low multi scaling and immeasurable speed, but it's not just his speed and power that Lex has to worry about. Lex also has to worry about Doom's passive force fields. Doom's force fields actually being able to tank attacks from, Thor has been able to tank Iron Man's repulsor blast. Has been able to survive most blasts from people. He's been able to block Cyclops' optic blast, which scales to characters such as Hulk. And it's for the most part impervious, aside from being able to move through the atoms, which I don't know if Lex can do. But oh shoot, I'm getting ahead of myself, my bad. And Sue Storm has said that Dr. Doom's force fields are actually stronger than hers, and she's been able to tank an attack from a weapon that was stated to be able to even hurt Galactus. Galactus, who scales to people like Odin, who in his fight with Seth was like affecting all planes of reality. And so there's a good amount of higher scaling as well, including, Doom being able to survive a shot from Infinity Gauntlet Thanos, Doom being his force fields being able to survive against the Celestials for an undetermined amount of time, but he might not completely scale to that because, he did get beat by the Celestials in that, but it did take more than one of them, because he was able to tank an attack from both of them at the same time. So it's possible you could say that he scales higher than Mu plus to low multi, maybe getting more into the multi plus to high hyper scaling, but that's more of a high end. He also has things such as his blasters, of course, that are composed of a plasma wake field mixed with magic energy, because Doom is both a sorcerer as well as a scientist. And the thing about this is those blasts are primarily spiritual in nature as well. So Lex wouldn't just be getting hit on a normal level, he'd be getting hit on both a physical and spiritual level. Doom also is able to discharge 100,000 megavolts of electricity. He has his molecular expander, which can fire atomic particles on contact with the hair, can expand. Well, not hair, air, because Lex don't got any, but When Doom fires these atomic particles, they are going to expand, so he could use that to immobilize Lex. He has multiple versions. He has things like knockout gas. He has multiple ways to teleport. He has multiple things that can mess with time. For example, he has a giant time cube that can just reverse time. He has these little time grenades which can, circle back 2 seconds. Has time circuitry in his armor that can let him travel through time, and renders him immune to time displacement, which is basically just interference with the current timeline. And is even able to step between seconds on some hit stuff. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but he's also able to act between seconds. And he has multiple ways to absorb Lex's, blast and his energy. Because he's able to, and is actually able to convert matter into energy and absorb it. So, if he really wanted to, he probably could just, turn the suit into energy and then absorb it. But again, getting a little bit ahead of myself. He has multiple ways of hypnotizing you. He can even just do it via his own will. Who has multiple paralysis weapons. And for the most part, that's it for his standard technology. But he also, of course, like I said, is a sorcerer as well as a scientist. And has actually trained under Doctor Strange and is able to use some of the things that Doctor Strange is able to use, such as, magic shields, the Crimson Binds, although if you know enough magic, then you can, reverse them possibly. Can summon legions of monsters. Can send you back through time, has healing stuff, banishing stuff, can just take your power and combine it with his own, and has multiple ways to resist mind manipulation, such as him sensing, resisting, and reviewing an attack from a telepathic attack from Red Skull. And he just protected himself from it. He's resisted being possessed. He, of course, has fire. He actually is able to create clones as well. Although it's unsure if the clones are actually able to physically interact, and if they're more so illusionary clones, but it's possible that they are actually able to do something. Has been shown to be able to undo the Penton Stare. Has weakened the barrier between dimensions. And he can reverse other spells, such as a transference spell that turned Ares to stone. So, yeah, for the most part, Mans is a beast, and that's not even to bring up, say, his skill, because Doom has actually been one of the few people to not only handle Cap's shield and throw it back, and Cap knows, he knows his shield to every, microscopic the word loses me, microscopic imperfection. Lost the word. And has fought Black Panther while depowered by an EMP, and has one-shot a lion while just naked. But this is the last thing I'll go over. He also has something called the Ovoid Mind Transfer, which he can just use to switch, which he basically can just use to switch bodies with you at any time. So, and that's not even it. That's not even all his abilities. So, just know that Doom is pretty stacked, you know? I'm going to hand the mic over to Debater, and he's going to talk about Lex Luthor.
So, to begin to understand Lex Luthor, his suit has shown on multiple occasions that is to be of a high level of durability, as it has taken hits from Superman, from Supergirl, from Wonder Woman, people, and a bunch of different people on that particular level. People in that like Superman to Wonder Woman tier. He's basically like tanked shots from them. People like Superman, they scale to at least universal to low multi, because some of the feats that Superman has done is like with Golden Superman when he was rewriting timelines by accident. He was shaking space-time continuums, and when he was fighting Brainiac 13, which was again ravaging timelines. And Lex Luthor has been able to like swap hands with Superman or other people on that level before. So at least in terms of durability, he should be at around the Universal Plus to maybe, if you want to argue it, low multi. Some of the other stuff that Lex Luthor has for his hacks or he has fusion, he has teleportation, size manip. He can actually BFR you to the Phantom Zone and basically leave you there. He was able to out-hack Brainiac, who is a 12th level intellect. A 6th level intellect is pretty much all of modern humanity combined into one. And actually Lex Luthor is a 12th level intellect himself. He has gravity guns and other BFRing methods. And he's consistently strong. He's consistently like intelligent enough to be on the level of Brainiac, as he was able to like deduce how to break out of a cell that was like deemed unbreakable. And he has force fields actually, and these force fields are strong enough to like block attacks and Supergirl's heat vision, and he's able to basically block attacks from Larfleeze. Larfleeze like scales above like pretty much like most Lanterns, like Guy Gardner, Hal Jordan, John Stewart, and he scales with the Guardians, and the force fields can basically block that. And basically, that's about it. So I'll hand the mic over to like someone else.
Okay. So pretty much, I'll go over a little bit with like Lex. So yeah, pretty much just to summarize what Debater said, Lex, in terms of like durability, arguably AP as well. He should be like Uni Plus, low multiversal, arguably. If you use like the Superman feats, Superman has also been able to defeat Nebula Man, who's literally a living universe himself. He should arguably also have immeasurable speed if you want to go down that route. Flash himself can also like move through time and space, like move through time like linear time itself. You can also time travel. They all can like swap with each other, like Flash and Superman and Wonder Woman on many occasions. And Lex Luthor has been able to react to Superman and some of these other like high tier characters. His barriers has also been able to like also block like Supergirl's heat vision, which is pretty impressive. So right there, like some of his equipment and technology and some of his gadgets can easily be scaled to those high tier characters. So Universal Plus, low multi. But yeah, a lot of his gears, he does have like energy blasts, photon blasts. He has a lot of guns, a lot of lasers. He does have a lot of like weaponry, which is based mainly on kryptonite. So mainly against like Kryptonians, basically just a contingency suit in more, if you want to look at it for for those means. So yeah, overall, so who do I think wins more often than not? I do have to say I do think Doom takes this more often than not. Doom just has higher scaling, better AP, way above just like Lex Luthor's pay grade, especially just like a standard Lex Luthor in his suit. Doom just has way too many hexes, just way too many crazy abilities. Literally alone, the Doom bots could just put in a lot of work. Alone, Doom probably won't even have to lift a finger. The Doom bots would basically make Lex Luthor sweat. He'd probably die before even killing any of the Doom bots. The speed, they both would have immeasurable speed, but Doom should have a higher degree of immeasurable speed. Definitely, there's higher layers to be argued for it. Overall, I don't really think the shields would help Lex Luthor. The shields would just get overwhelmed and destroyed. The suit is pretty. It's quite glass cannony. So if the Doom bots start to pick the suit apart, there's nothing Lex Luthor can do. And some of the things that the suit has, like I mentioned, is mainly like kryptonite based for Kryptonians like Superman and Supergirl and any other Kryptonian characters. So it won't really come into effect, and a lot of the things would just get shut down. Plus, if we really want to go into it, like Doom does have like his passive barriers. Doom also has like conceptual hexes too, so it could just attack Lex Luthor on a conceptual level. So he could just pretty much bypass those shields if you want to go through. If you want to argue it, pretty much just destroy those shields and rip his suit apart. But more often than not, I do have to give it to Doom. Just way too many hexes, way too fast, better stats, and Lex Luthor, unfortunately, his suit is just subpar. So yeah, I got to give it to Doom more often than not. But I'm gonna go ahead and pass the mic over to someone else.
All right, Gravity, you're up.
All right, so pretty much my thoughts on this whole fight, it's pretty much very similar to what my good friend Forrest there said. To give something that, I guess, gives some Lex some credit, he does have a lot of cool stuff going for him. I mean, his suit looks nice, but besides that, he has something like in the earlier days where his gauntlets had actually the various different forms of kryptonite in them, like blue, red, gold, stuff like that. But of course, nowadays he doesn't really have it, and plus Doom's not a Kryptonian, so it wouldn't really help too damn much. Overall, it's kind of just a thing. These two are just kind of the tiers they're at. They're messing with the heavy hitters all day long, but they're just kind of occupying very different niches. Doom's the type of person who's fighting people like Namor, Thor, Hulk on like even footing all day, every day. He gets hit by one of them. He just gets back up. His armor's not really damaged. Lex goes against Superman. Well, yeah, he can hurt Superman and such, but when Superman hits him, it cracks the armor. So it's kind of very obvious that Lex is just a slight bit beneath in terms of physicalities and, of course, like hacks and stuff. Doom's just got so much. And I think if what Lex had, it wasn't just focused on Kryptonians and it could work on, like, everyone, this Lex might actually had a pretty good chance of winning. But unfortunately, he doesn't. And it's just the higher scaling that you can get Doom with, that you can consistently get in him equal to these heavy hitters, while Lex is just kind of lagging behind everyone. It really kind of makes it a little bit obvious that Doom has this more often than not at the end of the day.
All right. Is that pretty much your thoughts for now?
Yeah, that's really all my thoughts. I mean, pretty much Forrest did an amazing job. He covered the Doom bots already, so yeah.
All right. All right,
I'll
Krampus,
go.
you up? All right, CDH, you're up,
Oh.
yeah.
Alright, I, like, not to being, like, Lex, like, like I have to give it Doom in all honesty. No, Lex does have some stuff, as you know, my boy Gravity pointed out and like stuff. Like 90% of the time, it mainly like next like Kryptonians and stuff, and like Doom, he just has a lot more to work with. He has so much stuff that he can do that he's going to like push, Lex more, Doctor Doom's fucking durability, like, if we're taking hits from like Infinity Gauntlet, Thanos, Celestials, like, and like Lex's armor, just cracks, and then like, Stellar Intelligence, sure, Brainiac, he outsmarted Brainiac, which is cool and all, and all of that stuff, right? And like, Doom's intelligent feats is not far off either, smart, like, Mr. Fantastic and other smart people in Marvel. And like, yeah, that's cool and all, but I feel like, even if, right, he uses his wits, Doom would get the upper hand, Oh, what about pure, skill and shit? Like, even with pure skill, Doom just kind of bodies, because, like, he fought Black Panther, and, Black Panther fought guys like, Captain America and, like, Wolverine, who know, like, every single martial art, and Black Panther knows every single martial art and stuff, and, sure, Lex, he's content with, like, the Joker, who's stated by, Batman to be unpredictable and stuff. And even if he tries to outsmart him, Joker in, like, a comic actually, beat at him. Like, even if he tries to, like, outsmart it really wouldn't matter. And, like, without their arms, another feat is, like, Doom, but as naked, he fought like a lion, and beat it. And like, even if they get into hand in hand, Doom just bodies, And like, I wish Lex just have more stuff, But anyway, that's my thoughts. KK Karimis, you can go and see you guys later.
All right. So I think everyone summed it up very well so far. Lex is very much overly specialized when it comes to his weaponry. It works extremely well on Kryptonians. Like, he contends with Superman all the time. But even then, his suit's not perfect. It does fault, it does fail. In the long term, Doom doesn't have this issue. And quite oftenly, a lot of Lex's best showings with Superman are things he's planned out for quite a lot, in comparison to Doctor Doom, where a lot of his good showings are stuff he's done on the fly, such as his battles with Hulk, as Alistair brought up, as well as a lot of Lex's intelligence that he is able to scale to Brainiac with is more used for coordination and tactics, like when he led the Justice League Unlimited. That's really good as an intelligence feat, but it doesn't help much with combat because he's not going to have a team with him for this battle. Doctor Doom's better well suited for this. He's got more options, and he's, overall got better scaling as well.
Yep. Infinite, any thoughts?
Well, I agree with what everyone said. Dr. Doom should take this more often than not.
Yo, Cool Geek, you want to give your thoughts on Doctor Doom versus Lex Luthor? Who you think wins?
I wasn't here that long, but I pretty much agree with what I heard the last few people say about the fact that that Lex Luthor, most of his stuff is directed specifically for Superman and has a lot of prep, whereas I don't see Doctor Doom prepping for a billion years for most of his feats.
Right, yeah. Well, anyone else have any final words before we head out? Well, hope y'all enjoyed this prediction for what it was. Go subscribe to all these badasses. Have a blessed day, folks. Everyone say peace.
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 Peace.